Hello, we're in Malta. We're going through some really lovely things today, and this is another very distinctive, useful picture. Useful meaning in the right place in a scheme. It's going to have maximum impact, and it's going to enrich the decorative situation. Now, this picture is trying to be a not very old picture, but I think in reality this is going to be early 19th century. Looks like it could be earlier, but I think having looked at it, it's probably more likely to be early 19th century rather than late 18th century. It's possibly late 18th century. So what have we got? Well, it's a trophy, or more like, perhaps not a trophy, more like a shield, a cartouche, an emblem, a seal, a historical device, a heraldic device. You have feet of a bird, you have two eagles' heads with eyes, you have a shield with scrolls. This is semi-cartouche style. The meaning of cartouche originally means it was a scroll of paper, and that design with curls has been morphed through the Baroque era into this type of shield. So it's a shield, and the shield is surmounted by a crown or a coronet. The coronet is metal, gold, with jewels, beautiful rubies, emeralds. At the bottom you have a simple banner. Ingenia e prudentia. I did Latin at school. I imagine it's ingenuity and wisdom, or ingenuity and prudence. So this, I'm told, is related to the Abela family. Abela is a family in Malta, and still around. The Prime Minister currently is an Abela, but of course there are different branches of the family. So I don't know what part of the Abela family it is. So oil on canvas. It's dark, but not too dark. You have the shield, the escutcheon, you could call it. You have a cross. You have two birds with feet. You have the same thing behind it. You have a black horse on a tree, oak tree, cherry tree, olive tree, don't know. You have some stripes, chevron, two stars. Someone will know what that means, and you can look it up and you can find out more about it. Different branches of the family marry. They squash in the different family symbols, buy an estate, they get given an estate, they steal or win an estate in a battle, they adopt the estate's symbols, they put it on their family seal. And I think with this you put above a doorway, or you put it somewhere, one picture, central, and you look at it. So it's a Maltese heraldic picture of interest. And there are not many around. And these are widely used by decorators and interior furnishers, and they're obviously collected too. The frame is an ordinary frame. It has green paint, it has gold paint, it has a varnish over it, it's dulled down. Perhaps would have been all gold once, and then at some stage someone augmented it by adding a colour. You could lose the colour, you could change the colour, you could make it all gold. You could put gold leaf on it. This isn't a gold leaf, this is a gold paint. Not very big. That's really lovely to see that back. What I see is a unrelined canvas. I see repairs. Definitely pushing down towards 1800. It could well be into the 18th century. This is original, rough sawn pine. The frame may or may not be the original frame. I think it probably isn't the original frame, but I think it's an early frame. I'm not sure. So it's an antique. The back looks good. You don't want to see MDF, you don't want to see hooks in the wrong place. If you have two hooks here, or two hook holes here, you know it's been taken from another picture. These are butt jointed. This means the picture frame hasn't been cut down with new miters. That's how it was made. It could be original. I think it would have been a bigger frame. My feeling is it would have been a wider frame. Usually the frame is wider than the stretcher. Not always, but usually. If it was in France, I would be saying it could have come out of a piece of panelling. You find in France a lot of pictures could come out of walls, especially over fireplaces. But I think that would have been a picture. It's possible it was made in a suite of heraldic crests. Sometimes you see 10 of these in a row in a house. But I think this is, whether it was in a set or not, I don't know. Perhaps not. So, wonderful thing, very, very unusual, very rare. These are quite widely reproduced. You get lots of sort of cheesy repro crests, but you don't get the obscure ones. The repro ones tend to be big families. You might get them, Medici crest, for example, which everyone's heard of. I like it. You don't get them very often. It's had repairs. I can't see from the front where the repairs are. Expect repairs with oil paintings. Don't be scared of them. It's going to have repairs. If you don't have repairs on these oil paintings, you have to really question why not. If you're buying a classic car, if you buy an old Jaguar from the 40s, it's going to have new tyres, it's going to have new bumpers, it's going to have new glass, it's going to have new seats, it's going to have all sorts of things. To get beyond this perception that it has to be as it was when it's made. Very, very few paintings are as they were when they were made, even in the museums. It's just not that type of thing. Okay, it's on our website, it's in Malta. Thanks for having a look. I hope I've given you some interesting comments.